Hi, thank you for joining. I wanted you to know more about the season that you're in. So, let me share a little bit more with you about autumn. There's a very specific ache that grows in this season. It's when you realize you cannot unsee what you now know. Sometimes you can feel it in your body, in your gut. You see it in a situation that used to be normal, but suddenly feels wrong. It's a season of awareness. It's that second of clarity that comes in with that first blow of cold air. Not dramatic, but that internal knowledge of I can't go back to how things were. You are in that in between stage when you're no longer in denial or numbness, but you're also not fully in that next chapter yet. It's something in the middle. It's the beginning of the shedding. You don't need me to tell you that space is uncomfortable as hell because that moment of clarity, it's beautiful but also very lonely. I mean, we all went through. Letting go sounds very poetic, but in real life, it's messy, it's guilt ridden, it's misunderstood, and that makes this season so emotionally complex. So, how do you really know if you're in autumn? When you start noticing the gaps in relationships, in values, in routines you used to swear by, if things that used to feel fine now feel heavy and draining, and if you catch yourself saying no more frequently, not because you hate people, but because you're looking for that moment of inner peace. You definitely don't feel like in a cute glow up moment because you're not just letting go of stuff, you're letting go of versions of you that only existed at that moment to survive. So, what is the purpose of autumn? If you look around in nature, the trees are not clinging to the leaves, they just release them. With knowing that this is not a death, it's just preparation. They know that what they're carrying is no longer alive and would only weight them down come winter. And the same is true for you. If you don't release what expired, you'll just carry that dead weight into your next season. The relationships that you've outgrown, the habits that you used to numb yourself, the mindset that once protected you, but now is just keeping you small. Autumn is not a moment of punishment. It's simply showing you it's time to loosen the grip. It's not about burning the house down or making impulsive choices. It's about making honest choices. Choices that will come from self respect and not from self sabotage. So, what this season is asking of you is not to be fearless, but just to be honest. Be honest about what you're avoiding, be honest about what you've outgrown, and be honest about where you've been shrinking or playing small. Autumn is not going to be the season for immediate rebuilding, it's just a season of discernment, like opening your closet and going through it. What stays, what goes, what is mine? What did I inherit? Who am I becoming? And what does she no longer accept? You might find yourself grieving not just people, but your own illusions, or setting boundaries, not to punish anyone, but to protect yourself. It's a great moment to journal a lot, not to start manifesting, but just to process. And let's be real, in autumn, letting go can feel like a failure. You might be thinking, am I taking 3 steps back? You might question yourself. Am I being selfish? What if this is as good as it gets? What if I regret walking away? Sometimes an old pain can flare up the moment it's about to be released. It doesn't mean you're making a mistake. You're just getting ready to walk out that door. And yes, we said it will feel lonely. You're clearing space, and empty spaces are loud. But I don't want you to rush to fill it in. Let that silence teach you who you truly are when you're not performing, pleasing, fixing, or settling. So, the best way to support yourself during this autumn, like we said, this season isn't about fixing, it's about facing. And that requires grounded tenderness. So, if right now we're just two friends sitting down for coffee, what I recommend next for you is creating your own ritual of release, like writing a goodbye letter or burning an old journal. Go through your phone, archiving conversations, make it real. Also, name what is hurting you. Say it out loud. I miss her, but she's not good for me. I wanted this job to be enough, but it's not. Don't romanticize the past. If you left, it's for a reason, and just having a moment of nostalgia is not a sign to go back. It's part of grieving. And for now, just keep the next season blurry. You don't need the full vision. You don't need to see all of the steps yet. You just need some space. Autumn is not the time to figure it out, it's just a moment to clear the field. And above all things, be slow. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You only owe yourself the truth. So, what's next for you? After the shedding comes the stillness of winter. I hope that landed with you and see you in your next season.